If we think about your story, what was the worst thing that could happen?
Yeah.
You guys were super resourceful.
Yeah.
Some bad things did happen.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, crap. I lost my job. I think that there's some cool truth that can be shared here where oftentimes we think about, oh my gosh, like what if my business didn't materialize or what if yours just stopped? Like what would you do? It's like, well, we'd keep living.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then worst case scenario, you would find income somewhere, right?
Yeah. You just make it happen. I don't know if this is a great thing, but my mindset is like failure is just not an option. It's just like, I will do whatever I can do with God's grace, you know, because I truly believe like, and in my business, this is not a coincidence. This year, I've helped 23 or 24 families buy and sell. That's God, right? So
absolutely.
Yeah. But I also work really hard and I'm also like very solution oriented. How do I say this nicely? I want to set myself apart, right? So there's so many agents. I just try not to compete with all that. Like I try to just, and that's why I kind of stay in my own lane. I kind of do my own thing, run my own business. And I just want, you know, I'm competing against myself is what I'm trying to do, you know, not hear the outside noise.
Hey guys, welcome back to More Than a Mortgage, a podcast where we have the opportunity to share stories of amazing people in our industry. Our goal is that this podcast is of value to you before, during, and long after your transaction closes. I'm your host, Gavin Sessions, and today I've got the absolute pleasure of sitting down with Macey McLaughlin. She's a real estate agent here in our valley. She's got a great story. She is a transplant from California, but don't hold that against her. She's full of passion and life and lots of laughs. I promise you're going to really enjoy this conversation and you'll probably want to get to know Macey when it's all said and done. Macey, we're glad you're here today.
Thank you so much for having me. I love it. Thank you.
You bet. The whole point of this is generally we wanted to do something super valuable to acquire new partnerships, which was our goal.
That. Yeah.
And then as we think about how much I love doing it, I don't want to be in acquisition mode forever. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather be able to go deep with people, with less people versus just super broad with unlimited numbers of people.
Yeah.
And so I was a little bit of heartburn as we thought through like, if we look at 25 episodes next year or even more, who are the people? And then we're like, well, if we want this podcast to be our one thing, as another book reference, Gary Keller wrote an amazing book called The One Thing.
Okay.
It's a great listen.
I'm going to have to write these down.
Yeah. Or you can just listen back to the episode.
Okay.
They'll show up on there.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, kind of saying, hey, if we want this to be our main marketing vehicle that all of our content comes from generally, right? And is a huge value add to our partners, we want to give first, right? Then how do we do that going forward? We're like, oh, well, why don't we just create these episodes into more of a series? Right?
Yeah, that's really cool.
Instead of having you on just as an introduction and then saying, peace out, God bless you, see you later. It's like, okay, this is an introductory episode. Hopefully we'll endear people to you. And then you can be thoughtful about what a episode 2 or what a series of episodes might look like.
Yeah.
And then we come back and record more of a topical specific thing.
Yeah,
like,
that's a good idea.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
So today we're not really trying to do anything besides introduce you to the world or whoever's going to listen, right?
Okay.
And then in the future to add more value and to hopefully create a little bit more of an audience and a following, we bring you back on because you're awesome and you have a specific thing you want to educate us on or whatever that, or something you're passionate about, right?
Yeah.
So anyway,
cool. I love that.
And we've
Good
not said you have to be faith forward to sit in that seat, but we're certainly not shying away from it.
Love it.
And so we want as authentic version of our guests as we can get. And if we can celebrate Jesus in doing this, then let's do that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean? Yeah, that's great.
Cool.
Love that. Cool.
Gosh, we're thrilled that you're here.
Thank you for having me. I'm thrilled to be here.
Yeah. And the backstory as to how we got connected, of course, is kind of fun and kind of forgettable a little bit.
No, but not at all.
We're super honored that you accepted our invitation and that you're interested in getting to know us. And therefore, we're interested in getting to know you. So
thank you.
Thanks for being here today.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. And it was fun to get to know you through that. So don't worry about that.
Good.
So, yeah.
The funny thing is you're beating Sean. Sean's still not sat in that seat.
What? I thought he was supposed to come.
Oh, yeah.
Sean. I see him at church. I'll give him a hard time. Yeah. I'll be like, oh, by the way, I was on the podcast. Yes, I will. Yeah. And then I see his wife at school.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, how funny. Okay. Yeah.
So good work.
Okay.
He
thank
beat
you.
Sean to it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
He was scheduled.
Such a nice guy.
And then something came up. So Sean's not the strongest.
Sean. Okay. Yeah. We'll get on him.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So we've kind of already teased out we had a transaction there. So tell me a little bit. You're a real estate agent.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I assume you grew up wanting to be a real estate agent.
I don't know what I grew up wanting to do. I grew up probably wanting to be a mom more so. I've been in the real estate industry for years. So when I was 18, I never went to college and I was working at LA Fitness, and a customer would always come in, and eventually she's like, "Hey, I want you to be my assistant." And she was a real estate agent. And so I was her assistant during the day and then her nanny in the afternoon. From there, I got picked up by a mortgage company and I was an assistant loan processor for like 3 years. And then I was recruited by one of the number one companies in real estate companies in Southern California, Team Force Real Estate. And they had created this like position, which is now a thing, but back in the day it wasn't, where they needed an ISA. So they were paying for a bunch of leads and they needed someone to nurture those leads and manage them. So I had my own business doing that for like 8.5 years.
Okay.
And so they would basically at the beginning of every month say, "Hey, we're going to, devote $40,000 to marketing. Where do we need to spend it?" And I did that and for a while. And so I like really learned how to like nurture clients. That was my biggest thing, is like the fortunes and the follow-up. And that's why I've read a lot of like follow-up books and stuff like that, business books. And then I moved to a different company doing that in California. Then I moved to Idaho and got laid off. So I, after 2 months, I got laid off by doing that. And I had worked from home. So I thought that it would be an easy move. I told them about it. They were like, "Okay, we're done with you. You live in Idaho now." So
you were self-employed for a while though.
Yes. Yes. So I did it for years. I was a 1099 employee. Yeah. For real estate firms. So when I got here, I got laid off after 2 months, and my husband is a teacher.
Okay.
And he's awesome. But that's Sawtooth Middle School. Yeah. He teaches 7th grade history. But as you know, teachers don't make like a ton of income here. So I was like, oh my gosh, I have to figure something out. So I got laid off in September, got my real estate license in January. And then my first year was, I think I closed 9, all friends and family.
Dang.
So God has been good. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So So it's been going good.
So cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's back up a little bit.
Yes.
We are recording this episode
Yes.
from Boise, Idaho.
Yes.
Right? Which is not Southern California.
No.
And you did kind of tease that you are from there. So tell us
Yeah.
a little bit about your upbringing. Where did you grow up?
Yeah. So I grew up in Temecula, California, about an hour north of San Diego, and had a really awesome childhood.
Okay.
And then had a little bit of adversity. My parents split when I was like 18, and my mom had been a stay-at-home mom. So therefore, she was not like, she had to like get her teaching credential to go teach. And so I just started working. That's why I started working a couple jobs.
Okay.
But had a great upbringing. And then I got married and we had kids, and we were like, so long story short, we really couldn't afford Southern California living. It was so expensive.
Right.
We got pre-qualified to purchase a house, and it was in 2019,
Okay.
and our mortgage was going to be $4,400 a month. And our house was not going to be big.
And rates were not terrible in 2019.
No, they weren't. It was great. And I knew we needed to own a house. Yeah. And so one night we left our garage door open, and we lived in Murrieta, California at the time. We left our garage door open and it was midnight, and my brother is 7 years younger than me, and he was over. And I was like, "Oh no, I left our garage door open." And I was just very scared that like someone would, was in our garage. I just was always like scared. I never felt safe. And I know that's ridiculous because where we lived was really a nice area, but I just never felt safe. And he said, "Oh, you should just move to Idaho." He's like, "I've heard Boise's great." And so we said, why would we move to Idaho? Like, my son was 1. We didn't know anyone here. We had no family. And he goes, you should just move to Idaho. So this was in September. So I start planning a trip out here. And so we came out in November.
Okay.
And the second night, I didn't want to push my husband because, like I said, I'm very much like, let's just do it. Yeah. And the second night we were here, my husband leaned over and he's like, "Let's move to Idaho." And we came back. That was the week of Thanksgiving. We came back and told our family at Thanksgiving we were moving. And they did not take it seriously. They laughed. They were like, "Oh, that's cute. You're going to move to Idaho." And then,
where's that again?
Yeah. And then by by January, we were in escrow on a home. here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So we moved and then it's been good. So all of our family is still in Southern California and we visit often. And then my mom moved here 3 years later.
Okay. So mom did follow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is your dad still down in Southern California?
Yeah. So he's in Southern California. And then we've since had some family move to Tennessee. So we get to go visit Tennessee. And then, but yeah, like on Saturday, I'm flying to California. So to be with my sister, her twins are turning 1. So,
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we go often, but it was a good move for us. I didn't want to raise my kids there long term. We really couldn't afford it there, to be honest. And there was just, all the normal reasons. Gavin Newsom was a big reason. So, yeah.
Such a bummer name.
Yeah.
I wish that I didn't have to share names with him.
Newsom. Yeah. I didn't even think. Oh, you're the nice Gavin. You're fine.
Good.
So. But yeah, so we moved here and very blindly. And so when I started real estate, I wanted to help families move here, not blindly. So yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned a brother who's a bit younger and a sister. They're both younger?
Yeah, I'm the oldest. So I have a sister who's 2 years younger. I'm 35. So my sister's 33.
Cool.
And then my brother is 27 or 28. I think he's 20. He was born in 1997. I'm not great with math.
Yeah, 28.
Okay, he just had a birthday in September. So yeah, and we're very close. My siblings and I are very close.
Do they come up here as often as you go down there?
They come up here quite often, but I would say my brother was just here for like a week in July. My sister has 4 kids under 4. So she doesn't come up here right now.
That's not for the faint of heart.
The twin boys are turning 1 on Halloween, and then she has a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. So she's a little busy. Her and her husband, but they have been here. Yes.
Were twins on your side or on his side?
I think his side, because we don't have twins.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so cool though, and that's why we're going to their birthday on their birthday's on Sunday.
That's cool. And they're in Southern California still.
Yeah, they're in Fallbrook. Yeah, my brother's in Southern California too.
Fallbrook's a nice area, isn't it?
It's oh my gosh, all the areas they live. Like I go and fly to San Diego, and my brother lives in San Diego, and it's like a vacation.
Yeah.
It's very nice. It's just we couldn't make it happen financially. Yeah.
Your husband's a teacher now.
Yes.
What was he doing in Southern California for?
He was a teacher.
He was.
Yeah. He made drag racing wheels for a little bit. And then he became a teacher and worked at a Christian private school.
Oh.
And it's a great school. In fact, the principal of that school, the old principal, is now the principal of Coal Valley. So it's really cool.
Small world.
Yes. But he didn't want to teach in public there. He's a history teacher, so he just didn't feel comfortable teaching in public. But we knew like eventually he'd like to teach in public. And so when we moved here, it was just a really good transition. He's at Sawtooth Middle and it's such a good school, So yeah, it's been good for him. Yeah.
That's awesome. So you guys were here to visit.
Yeah.
And within 2 months of making the decision, you were in escrow.
Yes.
That could be a little bit tricky as a mortgage broker to be able to get into escrow that quick, especially if you're relocating states. How'd you guys manage that?
We only could use my income because my husband didn't have a job here, right? So we found that out during escrow that we didn't really qualify. So that was fun.
Oh.
So yeah, the lender kind of made a little bit of an error and was like, oh, you don't actually qualify. So we had to borrow
Worst
money.
kind of error, by the way.
Just a little error. Oh, and we had already given up like our rental in California. It was like a little bit of because we stayed in California from January to, we stayed in our rental until March because our landlords lived across the street and they were phenomenal friends of ours.
So you wanted to buy a home in Southern California, did not buy one?
We did not.
Okay.
No, we rented for 5 years and our landlords, God bless them, Alan and Sharon Rich, they lived across the street and never raised our rent in 5 years.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah. And when we went to go give our last, here's our last, month, he was like, he absolutely not. And I said, I need to give you my rent. And he goes, if you give it to me, I'm going to rip it up. And then he gave us back our first and last month to help with our down payment.
Wow.
Phenomenal people. Yeah. And we're still good friends with them. They're doing great. They're in their 80s. And then my uncle, because we're in escrow, my husband couldn't be on the loan. My uncle ended up loaning us money for our down payment.
Okay.
So we had to pay that to him monthly when we got here. So yeah, it was a little tricky.
Bigger down payment.
And we used my income and we were able to make it happen. And my husband wanted to rent for about a year and I still to this day give him a hard time. And I just knew in my heart, I'm like, we will be priced out of what we wanted. I wanted a big house because I wanted to be able to host people. We were leaving our family, so I wanted to have rooms for people to come stay. So that was what I wanted. So we live in Cuna and It's great. It's been great. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Very grateful.
And you spend a lot of your life in the car is what you were telling me earlier.
Too much of my life in the car. Yeah. So, I drive my kids to school in the morning, and then thankfully my husband does pick them up in the afternoon. Okay. So I'm grateful for that. Yeah.
So he gets out of school early enough that he can go.
Yes. He gets out of school. Jude takes the shuttle from the Boise campus to Meridian.
Yep.
And then he picks them up and takes them home. So, and in the afternoon on most days, I feel like I'm working, that's the goal at least. Yeah. And most days I have showings or I'm out and about so it was kind of hard in the beginning because I was like, I can't manage this. It was just too much. 3.5 hours a day was not healthy for me. So, yeah.
So not knowing your story and my silly question to open this up,
You're
did
fine.
you just want to grow up to be a real estate agent? Well, actually at 18, you kind of did become a real estate agent.
Yeah. I loved Serena. She would come in every morning at like 6 a.m. to the gym and I worked there. I just was a greeter. I loved it. All I did was just talk to people. It was like my favorite job. And so, she every day she's like, you should do real estate. And in fact, this is just a side note, but I don't know if you know him, but Miguel Aguilar, he actually got shot and killed last year, was a big real estate agent, and he owns self-made training facilities. I don't know if you've heard of that, but It's a gym, huge gym across the country. He was one of my members as well. This was before he was famous and before he, became really well known with his business, but he always would tell me to become a real estate agent. It was like in the morning, he'd be like, because he was doing real estate before he started his businesses. And he'd be like, you need to do real estate. You have a personality for real estate. You should do real estate. So it was like her and him. And I actually ran into him when I was visiting California 3 years ago, and I pulled over. He was like walking his dog in my mom's old neighborhood. And I said, hey, I'm a real estate agent now in Idaho. And he goes, oh, good job. So it was really cool.
That is cool.
So yeah, full circle. Yeah.
So you had a couple people that took note of your skill set and said, hey, that'd be a good career path for you.
I did. Yeah, I did. And then I made other realtors money for a long time, just, giving them leads and hooking them up with an agent and getting them pre-qualified and all that, getting the context pre-qualified. But I was like, I need to do this for myself. So it was a blessing. I just needed to get laid off here to be able to pursue that. So.
Okay, so you brought a job here,
yes,
which was a nice way to be able to actually buy a home.
Yeah,
because without that job, that would have been made it really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And then that didn't last for super long. How long?
No.
How long did it last?
2 months.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Welcome to Idaho.
Yeah, 2 months. And I have a photo on my phone because I'm not really a crier, and I have a photo because I got off the phone and I was just like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? And so, I have a photo of me. I don't know why I took a picture of myself crying, but it was like a turning point for me. It was like, okay, I'm going to go to night school. So I went and got like a job, just like a normal job here just to get by. And then I went to night real estate school and got it done. And then my first client was my neighbor. She bought an investment property with me. My second client was a neighbor behind me. I sold their house and helped them purchase. And then I think I've helped 10 of their family members now. So
how'd you get to meet your neighbors so well and so fast?
We needed friends.
Okay.
So I just have always known we've always done stuff with our neighbors, and we're really good. We're really close. I went to a funeral yesterday for my neighbor's mom, so we're very close with our neighbors. Yeah. She's a believer, and she's in a better place. But she's in her 70s. So,
bummer, but at the same time,
I know
she wouldn't want to come back.
No,
already she's like, I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we've always been kind of friends with our neighbors, but we joke like we didn't have any friends. We moved to a state where we literally knew no one, so we kind of needed friends.
And your welcome present was you got laid off. Yeah. And how quickly did your husband get a job?
Well, he got a job at a school, gym prep. I don't want to talk bad about it.
It's okay. Which campus? Out of
the
curiosity?
Nampa one.
Okay.
So he got a job at the Nampa one, and they were having some transitional stuff, but it was not a good fit. And he basically thought, he was told he was going to teach one grade, and he taught like 5 grades. It was like 6th through 10th, and he's like, so he had no life. And so after a couple months, I don't even know how many months, maybe 7, he ended up not working there and moving over to Sawtooth. So it wasn't a good fit for him.
So like fall of 2020, was he with West Ada then?
No. So fall of 2020, he was back at Linfield. So when we like closed on our home, he still had to finish out the year.
Oh.
Yeah. So we didn't move here until 2021. I'm sorry. So so we came and visited in November of 2020.
Okay.
And then we didn't move till the following June. We had bought our house, moved all of our
Got it.
stuff up into our house,
Got it.
and then lived with our mom and a friend.
Got it.
Yeah, it's fun. Fun times.
So he worked for Gem Prep the fall of 21.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a great fit.
No. And then he got hired with West Ada the following.
So 22.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
He had a job in between. He worked at Progressive as a claims adjuster. Yeah. It was not great either. It was not a good fit. So we had a couple not good fits. And then he's on his 4th year right now with Sawtooth. So he teaches 7th grade and he's the only 7th grade teacher there for history besides like gifted and talented or whatever. And he's made like a good name for him there. So he's doing really well. Yeah.
Your story is not cookie cutter ideal
No.
as far as like relocation goes, right?
Yeah, no.
So that's probably actually prepared you to
It's
be
very
able to,
funny. Yeah.
to talk to people that are in the relocation mindset, right? Or have a dream to come to Idaho.
And I
from
bought my
somewhere
house
else.
without seeing it too.
Okay.
In a city I'd never been to.
There you
So
go.
that's also another
Yeah.
flavor. Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah, like we were talking earlier, how I don't think things through. I just kind of do them. So I'm very much like, it's going to be fine. What's the worst that could happen? Or my husband's like, a lot could happen, Macey. A lot could happen. I'm like, it'll be fine. So that's my mindset. But my husband with the move was like very much on board, you know? And we got videos of our house and our agent did a great job getting us the house after we moved in. It's a CBH home, right? But after we move in, multiple neighbors said they were gonna, they wanted it and stuff. So she did a good job and she got us the house and everything. But yeah, haven't met my agent to this day. So that was
Never met her.
Never met her.
She's still in the business?
She is.
Oh.
Yeah. Never met her. So I just didn't want, and she did a great job and got us our house, but I wanted a more personalized touch with the people I work with. So I'm very big on that.
So that's not how you operate.
Not at all. No. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you went out of your way to mention that you have not ever met your agent.
Never.
And you've been here for years and years. And you would
Yeah.
think in the small town-ish that we live in that you might.
I've never even come across or anything. Yeah. We're at different brokerages and wish her well, but never met her. And during the transaction, didn't really deal with her much. It was more of like her TC, who was wonderful too. So yeah, small world. So
well, that's all right.
But we're here. It got us here. So I'm grateful for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And your story actually probably, if you were to say what's the worst thing that could happen, a lot of them kind of did.
Yeah.
Right. And you guys made it through.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, 100%. And we're so happy.
Yeah.
Like I tell people, I'm like, I feel so grateful to live here. We love living here. Right. And we're so thankful that we own a home. And there's just so much that, my oldest son was kind of awkward. Like he just wasn't like super social and, he had a good group of friends, but he wasn't adventurous. Now he's like completely, out of a shell and
That's
is,
cool.
we're very grateful. So yeah, but it's fun.
Okay. Let's talk about your family because you just
Okay.
took us there. So
Yes. Mm-hmm.
let's talk about we know your husband is at West Ada. He's a history teacher at Sawtooth, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about your kids.
So I have a 13-year-old
Okay.
and he is in 8th grade and he is very sweet. Like he's a very sweet kid. He's a teenager now, so we're starting to see some of his spicy side come out. But overall, always has been our easiest kid. He's just very laid back, and he runs cross country and track. And then I have a 6-year-old who is my personality, but looks like my husband. And he is spicy, I would say. Like he's just fun. Like he gives us a run for the money, but he's fun. And he's a good. I don't know. Like how do I describe Jude? He keeps us on our toes. I would just say but he does well. Like he's not a problem in class or anything, but he's just kind of always entertaining. And then I have a little baby girl who's my Idaho baby and her name's Nora and she's 3 and she's perfect. So
That's
just
awesome.
kidding.
She's
not perfect.
So
She's
2
our
boys and
favorite
a girl.
daughter. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've got my favorite daughter too.
Yeah,
Just one in the middle.
I know. I've heard. Wait, how old is your daughter?
She's in 7th.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that because I was wondering if Mitchell had her. Is she just really sweet?
She is. Yeah.
Okay. I'm hoping Nora stays that way, but I know the teenagers. You never know.
She definitely looks more like my wife than me. Go figure.
Yeah.
But she kind of has more of my personality than my wife's.
That's awesome.
Whereas my older son,
Yeah.
much more my wife's personality.
Okay. And how old is he?
He's 15.
He's the 15-year-old. Okay. Okay. So okay.
Yeah.
And then how old is your youngest?
10 and a half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I've got
That's
ninth, seventh, and fifth.
Oh my goodness. It goes by so fast.
And when we moved here,
Yes.
Austin, my youngest, he was only 1.
That's like Jude too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it just goes really, really fast.
Yeah.
Everybody says that, and then I don't think you really understand
I know,
it
you
until
don't.
you experience it yourself.
And then you're like, oh, they're 13. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah.
So he'll be 14 probably in the spring, is my guess.
Yeah, yeah. And a little, so like fun story, because I'm a very open book. So I'm not like, and I tell my clients that I'm like, nothing is off the table with me. I'm super open. So fun story about Liam. I did not give birth to him, which is weird for me to say because I've had him for years. So my husband had a relationship prior to me, prior to our marriage.
Yeah.
And he has had custody of him for years. And so, but what's really, really cool is we have a great relationship with Liam's real mom.
Oh.
And we're very good friends. And she lives in Vegas and she flies out and stays with us in our home. And she's now married and has a little girl. And yeah, so it's like, it didn't always used to be like that. But for the past like 8 years, we've been really close.
Wow.
So God is so good.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I haven't legally adopted him yet because I just wouldn't want to do that to Megan. But yeah, I don't look at him as anything else but my son. And we've had him custody for years. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Liam, Jude, and Nora.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. But that's why we have such a big age gap.
Yep.
People are like, why do you have such like a huge age gap? It's like, well, when I got married at 25, I had a 3-year-old. So there was that. So yeah. Yeah.
You married into it.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's really cool. So he is, and that's why I'm like, he's just so sweet. And it's funny because when I first met him, my husband was like, he was super shy. And like the first time I met him, he sat on my lap and was like, the whole family was just like, oh my gosh. So yeah, but I didn't meet him for months. Like we got engaged after a year, but we dated for 6 months prior to me meeting Liam. My husband was very guarded with that. And yeah, it was good.
That's super noble. Yeah. Maybe that was for the best.
Yeah. So, and then our whole life has been like, we waited for everything until we were married because we wanted to set examples because that wasn't like how it was the first time. And yeah, he's a blessing. So yeah.
That's cool.
But my clients are always like, wait, you didn't give birth? Because he kind of looks like me, I think. I think he actually looks more like me than my husband. So people think I gave birth to him. But that's the fun fact. I did not have a kid at age 21. Or 22.
Some people do.
Yeah, I know. Nothing wrong with that. I actually think that's kind of great. If you're ready, you're ready.
Early start.
Yeah, because we're going to be done. Like he's 13 and, I'm 35. So I think it's great versus a lot of our friends that are, have started so late, which is fine too. But, yeah.
This is a weird.
Oh, you can ask me anything.
Tangent.
Yes.
I wonder, you said your son kind of looks like you.
Yeah.
I wonder, and I have no scientific data for any of this. So this is one of those, woo.
No, you're good.
I wonder if people start to look more like each other the more they live with each other.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I think environmental has an impact.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about on physical appearance.
Yeah.
But it certainly does on the other parts of our humanity.
You're probably right. Yeah. The only thing is our bodies are very different. He's like, he's a runner. So he's like super thin. But yeah, our faces, we like in the grocery store, someone recently was like, oh, you look just like your mom. And we were laughing. So I'm like,
only knew.
I'm like, look at you, Liam. You're so blessed. So I'm just kidding. Yeah. He's great though. So.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back for a minute just because I think there's something cool here to unpack a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people, myself included, we can find ourselves getting lost in worry and concern and fear.
Yeah.
About what if, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And if we think about your story, and you've said it multiple times already as we've been talking here, what was the worst thing that could happen?
Yeah.
You guys were super resourceful. Like,
yeah.
Some bad things did happen.
Yeah.
Right? Oh crap, I lost my job. And then so what did you do?
Mm-hmm.
You went and got a job.
Solution oriented. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think that there's some cool truth that can be shared here where oftentimes we think about, oh my gosh, like what if my business didn't materialize or what if yours just stopped? Like what would you do? It's like, well, we'd keep living.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then worst case scenario, you would find income somewhere, right?
Yeah. You just make it happen. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I just have always like, I think I don't know. I think because my dad, like my dad left when I was, I don't know, 17 or 18. I think I was 17. I graduated high school and then they separated or whatever. And so I feel like through that, it was just kind of like, you just do what you need to do to make it happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's for me, like my mindset, and I know this, I don't know if this is a great thing, but my mindset is like, failure is just not an option. it's just like, I will give everything I can do. I will do whatever I can do. With God's grace, because I truly believe like, and in my business, this is not a coincidence. Like I know that this year I've helped 23 or 24 families buy and sell in a market that's not phenomenal. I mean, well, apparently I guess it's not phenomenal. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, that's God, right? So
absolutely.
Yeah. But I also work really hard and I'm also like very solution oriented. So yeah, we did have a little bit of adversity, but I think it was meant to be. Everything happens for a reason, Yeah,
I think it's an amazing character trait. And I think there's a lot of good truth to be shared there and for people to receive too that might listen and just be like, hey, that sounds scary, but
yeah.
I don't have homelessness in me, right? I don't think you probably do either. And I think, and I'm not trying to pick on anyone that is homeless by any means or has maybe gone through that season, but I've come to conclusions in my life. It's like, well, hey, if this thing doesn't pan out, I just don't find myself ever getting, well, I spent my last penny today and I guess just go move into my car. Like I just, and there's, I see that drive in you. That's super noble. And I think is
same
to you.
Thank you.
Celebrating. So
thanks. Yeah. Thank you. I don't know. I think it's an oldest child thing too. I try to work hard and my siblings work really, really hard too. I think it's different when you work hard for someone else versus working hard for yourself. So for me, it's like, I always worked hard when I had bosses and stuff. It's not that I didn't, but I think like now I see the potential. It's like, I will work hard. Like I'll be up till midnight working, and have to, so I like working for myself. I like to not be micromanaged. I like that drive and I have that drive. So, but
that's awesome.
But there's also work-life balance too. So I like to travel, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you said it well. As self-employed people, we can get, our boundaries can get out of whack or they don't exist. And it's really easy to be like, well, I'll just give a couple more hours because you stand to gain financially from it. Right. And there's somebody here
that's hard.
That's counting on you.
Yeah.
All those things.
And my clients are great. So I truly work with good people and they understand that like, I don't miss my son's track or cross country. Like those are non-negotiables for me. If I am in the state of Idaho, like I will be at my son's stuff. Right. And so, and my middle son I want to get him in jiu-jitsu, but he's not super motivated for that right now. But my oldest son, like, I just think it's important to have parents at stuff. My parents always, like one of them was always there, Yeah. And so there's certain things with clients that, I mean, I've just had really good clients, that respect that are like, okay, Liam has a cross country meet. Okay, we're going to wrap it up by 3 or whatever. So you can go. So it's been nice.
Yeah. And I think, and if I'm picking up on what you're putting down, I think you're very forward with who you are.
Yeah.
And so people are, I think, going to be very understanding when you're clear about something. It's like you either already told them or they're expecting you to tell them that. And so then, of course, they're not surprised. I think generally humans are so reasonable if we can communicate well.
100%. Yeah. 100%.
I'll get a phone call sometimes at, 7 or 8 o'clock at night. And it's like,
you're like, oh, yeah.
I could take it.
Yeah.
Or I could text back or I could answer it quickly and just be like, hey, I'm doing this. Would it be okay if we connected tomorrow? And 99 out of 100, and people are gonna be like, oh, of course. I'm so sorry to bother you or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But then we can get spun up on our own minds that, if I don't answer this and give them my time right now,
everything's gonna fall apart.
Exactly.
100%. Yeah. But I think like you choose to work with people. Like I hope people choose to work with me based on like my character, my character and things like that. And so you choose who you work with too. And I always tell people I would love to work with you. I don't need to work with you, but I would love to, right? So I truly believe like if I don't get something, if a client works with another agent, like it just wasn't meant to be and that's okay. And my motto is like bless and release. So
that's cool.
I just don't stress out about it because I know that God will bring the right people to me and God brings the right clients and the right closings and all that. So I really try not to stress and it's worked out for me very well. So I'm knock on wood. I'm just kidding. But yeah.
That's great. All right. Let's go back to moving to a new place.
Yes.
And you had mentioned you knew nobody, right? So you leaned into neighbors.
Yeah.
Which was cool, right?
Yeah.
Are you're still close with neighbors at this point because you guys are in the same house?
Yeah. So we're in the same house and we're in the same house and I love my neighborhood so much. My husband is like, oh, we should get a bigger house, or, oh, we should get land. And I'm like, first of all, I don't want to take care of land. So that's not
The Idaho dream. Everybody wants land.
I'm like, I am not a farmer. Okay. I love land. I'd like a half an acre.
You don't have chickens?
No, I could though in my subdivision. I mean, I
you're
live in
allowed.
Cuna. I am allowed to have chickens. I know with land, you have to take care of the land, right? And so I don't want to take care of it. He thinks that like we're just going to have land and someone magical is just going to come take care of it.
Wait a second. I'm in my home office today looking out my front window, which I do every day.
Yeah.
Some guy was aerating my lawn.
Oh, well, that's nice. Maybe I do need land.
It was like the aeration fairy showed up.
Do you have land?
No, I just live in a neighborhood.
Like a neighborhood?
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome.
So yeah, this guy shows up and starts aerating. And I'm like,
send him to my.
I'm like, I just kind of wave at him and smile.
That's awesome.
He must think I'm going to pay him or something. And so he's doing
Did he do the whole thing?
He did my front parking strip. Then he did my front lawn. And then he lets himself in my backyard and aerates my backyard. This is the weirdest thing.
Oh my gosh.
And then I see him, he's doing his fertilizer. I'm like, what in the world?
Did your wife hire him?
No, not that I know.
So wait, did he just leave after this?
He left. He didn't even door knock me. I was going to pay him because I was like,
was
you
he just
did
being
work for me.
nice?
I don't know. I'm
But
wondering
you think was it the wrong house?
I think so.
Oh,
I'm wondering if one of my neighbors like hired him and he prepaid him or something,
Yes.
and he came out and just did the wrong.
You're like, this is great. Yeah.
That's
so funny.
So funny that you mentioned that, and then that happens to me today.
Well, I don't have anything against land. Let me just say, I like land. I think land is beautiful. I think it'd be so great to look out and have like a pasture.
Yeah.
Not with a horse, because I'm not going to take care of a horse, but like a pasture. And I'm all about it. I think it's great. But I also sell so many homes of Californians that move, or Oregon or Washington. And we were like, we want land. And so we go buy land, and then they're like, oh, it's too big. We don't want to take care of it. Everyone wants land.
Yeah.
That's the thing. When you get on the phone with someone, everyone wants land. They want a house with land. And I get it. And I totally get it.
Yeah.
But no, for us, I told my husband, I'm like, you can't buy neighbors that like are wonderful, right? And that will take care of you, and that, your kids have a community. And my kids during the summer, my 6-year-old is literally outside 12 hours a day. Like that's worth it for me. I feel like I stepped back into the 90s, and I like my little neighborhood. And it's not perfect. It's
Tim Smith Instagram plug there.
Yes, I saw that. I loved that reel. Yeah. But I'm like, no, I don't want a bigger house. I like my mortgage payment. I'm just very content. My husband's like, we need bigger, so.
Yeah. We see so many reels of people that say, I can't let my kids run around,
Yeah.
But that's what we do here.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome.
Yeah. They just play outside. I mean, yeah, it's so nice. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's a funny story. Austin is a funny kid. So he is running around our neighborhood.
He's not your middle one, because your daughter's your middle one. He's your youngest. Yeah. So he's 10. Yeah. Okay.
So he's got a little posse of buddies that he'll run around the neighborhood with in the summertime. And they ended up on Nextdoor. Was it Nextdoor? No, they ended up on the Paramount HOA newsletter.
Oh, I love
of a don't do this. And they had taken saws and de-limbed trees because they were building a fort.
Well, that's resourceful. They were trying to be resourceful.
Yes.
But they were outside.
Oh, yeah.
Why are people disappointed? They should be like encouraged. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, these were pretty established trees on somebody's fence line, like in a common area, but it was on someone's fence line. And there was, I don't know, 8 or 10 of these boys that were shaking this tree.
So did you see your child on Nextdoor?
No, it was we didn't see any people. It was just a picture of their artwork, which was a tree that is probably going to have to be removed because it was severely damaged.
They were making a fort. Oh
yeah.
It's really sweet. Yeah.
But it was one of those, do not do this, please.
Yes.
Please speak to your kids.
Yes.
This is not okay.
You're like, that was my child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Expressing himself. It's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about another great way to build community if you're moving into Idaho or any state.
Yeah.
What else did you guys do?
Okay. So I'm pretty social. So obviously like neighborhood stuff, getting involved in that. Church. So we had, So
sorry, I was kind of teeing you up for that one.
You're like, what did you do? So we found a church community, and that's always what I tell my clients. I'm like, and a lot of my clients don't go to church, which is totally fine. But I'm always, if you're moving from another state and you don't know anyone, church is such a good way to get plugged in, get in a small group and meet people that way. School friends, we met people at school. I like to, well, I don't like to do this when it's cold, but I like to walk up and drop off my kids, when they're young, and then I meet other moms.
Yeah.
So that's been cool.
Yep.
Yeah, Cold Valley's been good because I've met some friends through that. And so now I'm building a community. We've only been at that school for we moved over Liam halfway through the year last year.
Okay.
So it hasn't really been that long.
Yeah.
But I have friends there now. And so, everywhere is a connection. But what I love about my town in Kuna is I'm getting to the point where, I know enough people where I can go to the grocery store and run into people, which is like what I love. Yeah. My husband does not love running into people. So yeah. So he wouldn't want to live like where you live because he probably in Meridian close to his school, he'd probably run into students. He tries to avoid that. I love running into people and clients and stuff. I think it's so fun.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, community groups, church, and then, and I sing at Celebrate Recovery in Kuna. So that's awesome. Been another really cool outlet to meet people too. So yeah.
You just said Celebrate Recovery.
Yes.
There's going to be people that don't know what that means.
Oh, yes.
So
okay.
Tell us a little bit about Celebrate Recovery.
Okay. So I've never so Celebrate Recovery it's for life's hurts, habits, and hangups. Okay. My neighbor's dad invited me to come sing because he knew I had sang at church. So it's for people that really struggle with anything, any type of, it doesn't have to just be like addiction. It could be like anxiety. It could be stress, depression, anything you can think of. And, I don't really struggle with I've never struggled with addiction, thankfully, right? I could say with anything I would struggle with diet stuff. I guess if I had to pick something, I'm not an anxious person. I don't really get stressed out, but it's been a great outlet to meet people. And what I love about it is people are just extremely real. And it's all Christ-centered recovery. So I don't stay for the small group, though. I sing and then go home. So I don't stay. It's like a 3-hour thing, but we do serve dinner. It's free dinner every Tuesday night at 6:30. And cool. It's just one of the most, it's a ministry that I think is so real and people can just get up and say whatever they're struggling with. And there's no judgment. It's almost better than church because there's just no filter. So, which is cool.
And it's cool because it's a parachurch organization.
Yes. Yeah. It's run through a church we meet at Anchor Church in Kuna.
Okay.
So yeah. It's not an affiliate of that church, but yeah.
That's great.
It's great. Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard great things about it over the years.
Yes.
I had a really close friend who served at CR for years and years and years.
It's an awesome ministry.
And Rock Harbor started a similar ministry.
Oh, cool. Okay. There's a need.
It's called Regen.
Okay.
And most of Rock Harbor's ministries, they've borrowed from other churches.
Nice.
Which is great. Mm-hmm. But that one friend who used to serve heavily with CR is now really heavily involved with Regen.
Nice.
But
yeah.
Great ministry.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have any other places you serve?
So once a year, so for my business, I do, I host a community food drive in my neighborhood once a year. So I advertise it and then I go and pick up the food and then I take it to the Kuna Food Bank and then we sort it. So the reason why I do that is the Kuna Food Bank does a huge community drive with the whole town in November. Okay. But by March and April, they're dried out. Yeah. So I do mine in March or April, depending on when Marcy tells me to do it, who runs Kuna Food Bank.
To replant it.
Yeah. So that's another way I serve. I probably should do more serving stuff, but I host a community garage sale every year.
That's cool.
And in my neighborhood, so I deliver donuts and coffee to anyone who participates. So, that's just what I do for my business every year. So it's fun. It'll be the 4th year this year. So yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And that's usually in July or June, depending on, we vote. So I run the community Facebook group and we vote when they want to do it.
Why am I not surprised?
I don't know. I don't even know how I got involved in that. I just got roped in because our neighborhood's there's a new section and then there's an older section. I'm in the newer section because it's 5 years old. And I got roped in by someone in the older section, Carrie. She was like, oh, hey, you're in the new section. I think you should help me run this group. So it's been good. So yeah, cool. I can't think of any other. I probably should serve more. I want to hold babies. So I'm working on that. Well, because I don't want to have another baby, but I want to
work in the nursery at church.
Yeah, I just literally registered to do that 2 days ago.
There you go.
Yeah, that's going to be my Sunday thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What does Stonehill call their kids ministry?
Stonehill Kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if they had a branded name for it.
No. Rock Harbor does, right?
Our Kids. Just the letter R.
That's awesome. Yeah. Okay. My neighbor goes to your church. One of my good friends, Dimitri and Tina, they go to your church. Dimitri's a real estate agent too. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So.
It's a few of us times thousands.
Yeah, I know. That's what's hard. I don't think it's hard because how do I say this nicely? I want to set myself apart, right? So there's so many agents and I don't want to, I just try not to compete with all that. Like I try to just, and that's why I kind of stay in my own lane. I kind of do my own thing, run my own business. And I just want, I'm competing against myself is what I'm trying to do, not hear the outside noise. But I do have a bunch of agents that I follow on Instagram that are awesome. So
yeah, I am learning the more that I get to know you guys, your community is there's a lot of collaboration amongst realtors. Now, that's not probably across the board, but there's probably also a lot of nasty competition. But I love the collaboration that I've
Tim's helped me out on multiple things. And, he sent me like some email scripts to use. And I mean, he's just been great. And then to be honest, I have never had a bad run-in with another agent here. I have always, on every deal, I've always worked with someone good. And so I had heard about that in California. It's very like cliquey or whatever, but I do say though, like here, I don't think when I introduce myself and say I'm a real estate agent, I used to be like, oh, I'm a real estate agent, just like everyone else. And now I'm like, no, I'm a real estate agent. I know I'm good. Like I'm a good real estate agent. I do a good job with my clients. So I'm trying to like not ashamed of it. Not even that, just be more like forthcoming. Like I'm a real estate agent that actually does business, not one deal a year, and nothing against people that do one deal a year. But it's not like it's a hobby for me. This is like my business. This is what I do for a living and I'm very proud of it. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, and you're very good at it.
Thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you. Appreciate it. Absolutely. It's a learning curve, but it's been fun.
Cool. So we've hit lots of the different things. Yes. One thing we haven't hit is hobbies or things that you like to do outside of work. So what does your family enjoy doing?
Well, I like to travel. I like booking travel. I like anything with travel. I think I have a problem. That's why I should go to Celebrate Recovery for. That's what my husband says. I'm like, when's our next trip? Okay, we're going to do this. And so I'm always doing something, but I like experiences for my kids. So I want them to like experience life. Okay. And I like to travel. I don't like to be at home for a day. So I have a problem.
We're very similar.
Okay.
I work from home.
I don't like to sit home. Like I'm like, I'm so bored. So yeah, you just like, how some people could just be home for days and they just clean and like, I'm like, oh, I'm so bored. So I will like make up an excuse to like run an errand because I can't be home. So I like to travel. We got a travel trailer this last year.
In 25 or previous in 24?
We bought it in 2025. So we bought it
this year.
Yeah. I don't know why we did that. But we bought it in May. Right. Oh no, I know why. I wanted to go camping, but I wanted a bathroom. Yeah. So we bought a trailer.
You wanted to be a glamper.
Yes. So we bought a trailer.
So you guys have owned a travel trailer for 5 months, basically.
Yeah, we just winterized it yesterday. Well, we didn't do it, but someone else said yes. Yeah. I tell my husband, like, if you want to test your marriage, get a travel trailer because like backing it up into the spot at our storage, because we didn't think things through. Like we can't store it at our house. So we have to have storage. And then like, I didn't know you had to winterize it. So I knew nothing. And so one time we were like backing it up into our space and we were just both so frustrated. And I was like, babe, we're a team. We can do this. We like prayed that we could like back it up into the spot. Like it's so ridiculous. And so I'm like, we got a travel trailer, but our kids like it. We've never taken it out for more than one night, which is another problem because we need to do like, people tell us like that's so much work for one night. So you have to do 2 or 3 nights. Yes. So I have clients that are friends that we're going to go out with next year. Oh, good. But yeah, so I think travel and then singing and then just spending time with my family would be. Nice. I like to treat people to do things. Like I like treating my family to things and stuff like that. Cool. So yeah.
So only one night so far in your camper?
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. Yeah, we've only booked one night trips and then it's a lot of work.
It is. We have one.
Okay, yeah.
So we moved here in January of 17 from Seattle.
I need to interview you. Mm-hmm.
Well, you could. I mean, this is about you today, though. Not
but next
about me.
Time maybe.
And we bought a camper in February of 18.
Okay. See, it's an Idaho thing. Oh. You got to buy a camper.
Absolutely. And my wife wanted a camper because she didn't want to pee in the woods either.
That's
right?
how I feel. Yes. 100%.
Yeah, it's not all the amenities. Yeah. We call ours a condo.
Do your kids like it? My kids love it. Yes.
Okay. Our kids love it. So we used ours heavily for 18, 19, 20. See, we replaced it in 24.
Do you have a new one now?
Mm-hmm.
Is it bigger?
We got a bigger one.
Did you get a 5th wheel?
We almost got.
I'm learning the terms now.
We did not.
Okay.
We ended up with just a larger bumper pole.
Okay.
It's a little excessive. And this conversation is not about that.
Okay.
But I think we've probably averaged more than 30 nights a year in ours over the last 5 or 6 years.
We need to step up our game.
Yeah.
See?
And
yeah, that's awesome.
one night is definitely a lot of work.
It's so much work because I clean it. You know, when you come back, you have to clean it. And
it's kind of like closing costs on a loan.
Yeah.
The reason I say that is it's like, if you have kind of hard dollars associated, and if you're only going to borrow 50 grand, those closing costs are really expensive.
It doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
But if you're going to borrow $500,000, those closing costs aren't quite so bad anymore as a percentage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yes. The fixed work that has to happen every time you take it out, it's real.
It's just a lot of work. Yeah. Well, we're going to do 2 to 3 nights. Is that what you do? 2 to 3 nights?
At least 2.
Okay.
So, we've done as long as I think I think the longest trip we've done is like 2 to almost 3 weeks, maybe.
Oh my gosh. Okay. That's incredible.
So last summer, we did Yellowstone and Tetons.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh my gosh. What do you pull it with?
I have a diesel, a Super Duty.
Okay. I pull it with my Expedition.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get started.
I promise that we have a tow package, but it's just, it's just, I was just like, my thought process was,
are you the driver or your husband?
No, he drives it. But I back it up though. I've got it down. So I can back it now.
High five.
Thank you. My thought process was like, if other people can do this, then why can't we? Yeah. But we just didn't think about any of the things, you know? So I was like, oh, we have to So
no, but it's backing any type of thing you're towing.
I actually have it down. I can do it in 6 minutes.
That's great. It is absolutely a thing. And you could go boat ramp, especially. Husband and wife fights on boat ramps are pretty bad. And it's a thing to be aware of. Yeah. So
I don't even think we were fighting. We were just so frustrated. Yeah. I'm like, no, go left, left. And he's like, I'm like, the other left. You're not going left, you know?
No,
and then we're like, we are a team. We are united. Yeah. We need to do this. No.
Now
our neighbors think it's hilarious.
So now Robin gets on her AirPods and I'm on mine, and she'll go way out in the back behind, and then we don't have to yell, right? Because that's
that's a good idea.
Because it's the raising of voices. I feel like that ends up in the stress and the chaos.
Why are you yelling at me? I'm not. Yeah, no, 100%.
And then of course now we've owned them for 7 years, and so it's that's a little bit more second nature.
Yeah,
but
it's amazing. Yeah, that's cool. Well, thank you for sharing. We'll do more than one night next summer.
Yep.
Yeah,
we got lots of tips and tricks on it. So.
Okay, cool. That would be great. Yeah, we forgot everything the first time. We didn't even have plates. But we had tinfoil from pizza. So our kids were eating off a tinfoil. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Then I was like,
good memories.
We didn't bring utensils. Oh no, it was, we went with friends and they were they thought it was hilarious. It was very entertaining.
We took ours to Arizona in December of 2020.
Okay.
Because it was COVID.
Okay. Oh gosh.
And we had family in Arizona.
Okay.
And so we thought, that was such a crazy, awful season of life, but there's some fun memories to look back on.
Yeah.
But we lived in our camper for about, 10 days over Christmas. We actually woke up in our camper on Christmas morning at Lake Pleasant in the Phoenix area. And we had a little mini tree that we'd collapsed our dinette, and then we
that's so cool.
had a mini tree up, and then decorated. We'd presents all around. It was such a fun memory.
They'll always remember that though. Yeah. That's the thing. So making memories for your kids.
Christmas in the camper.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love that. That's awesome. Yeah.
Cool.
Very cool.
What's your next trip?
Well, this weekend.
Oh, that's right.
So we're going this weekend to so we fly in Saturday, and then my sister's party. They're so cute. Her twins are so cute. I can't wait to hold them. But yeah, so we fly in. I love babies. That's the thing. I love babies. I just don't want another one because I almost died when I had Nora. No joke.
Gosh.
Yeah, I was not good. So I was told by the doctor not to have more kids. So that's why I'm not having more. But so we're gonna do that, and then I'm taking my kids to Disneyland.
Oh, I was just gonna ask you if you guys go to Disney much when you're down there.
Yeah.
As a former local.
So we don't go often. This is not an often thing, but I am taking them, and then I'm taking my brother and his wife and my mom.
Okay.
So we're doing that. Yeah.
On a Sunday?
Well, we're going Monday.
Oh, that's
so we're
probably
going to
smart.
spend, yeah. And it's not a great time to go.
Well, Halloween's over on Friday.
Yes. And then Christmas, they're not like decorated. So it's going to be very awkward.
You're going to hit a mini slack season maybe?
I think so. That's what they said. It was cheaper to go too. Yeah. So we'll see.
We went October of last year.
Okay.
And it was complete zoo.
Was it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh. It's kind of always, I feel like it's always a zoo. We always think this is going to be so fun. And then Mitchell and I look at each other and we're like, what did we do to ourselves? You know, like it's always like, oh gosh. But yeah, that's,
Exactly.
yeah. But no, like last summer we have family in Tennessee. Liam's grandparents are in Tennessee. So Liam's mom's parents, super close with them. Yep. And they've adopted, you know, my other 2 kids. So we went there for a week. And then we have our good friends in Kansas City, Missouri. Okay. So we moved here and they moved to Kansas City. So we went there over the summer. And then I don't know. I don't really have much travel plans after this. Okay. Yeah.
You'd said travel.
I got to plan something. Don't worry.
Yeah. You'll get something on the
Yeah, don't worry. We'll work on it today. Yeah, it's fine.
By the end of the day.
Yeah.
Just make sure you have something.
Just give me a few hours. Yeah. Just kidding.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you've got awesome energy.
Thank you.
A really, really great story. And we're super honored that you
Thanks for
joined
having
us
me.
on the show. And
this was so fun. What an honor. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, the entire purpose is hopefully people get a chance to hear your story.
Thank you.
And in our business, we always say if you know, like, and trust somebody, then you've got a really great chance to do business. And so the point of this is that we can introduce you and hopefully somebody listen and they're like, oh my gosh, I really, really like her. And then they're like, oh, maybe I think I know her a little bit now too, because I've got to hear her story and then maybe I could trust her. So let's just say that somebody wants to get in touch with you, Macey. What's the best way for someone to do that?
So my Instagram, Moving with Macey. Is my handle.
We'll put that on the screen here.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, my Instagram, and then my phone number is on my Instagram, but you can just send me a message. I've been meeting a lot of wonderful people on Instagram. So several clients from Instagram, which has been really fun. So that's been great. So yeah, Moving with Macey, and then my phone number is 208-204-4299. So feel free to text or call me anytime. But yeah, and I always tell people too, and I say this on my Instagram, like, if you're even entertaining the idea of moving, I like people to reach out because I have clients that are moving in 5 years, but I'm still in great contact with them. So yeah.
Well, and that's kind of your history, right? Of nurturing leads.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I just don't think it's too early. And you're being in the mortgage world, like, wouldn't you rather have someone start the process and get pre-qualified? And then if there's any bumps or hurdles, you iron them out until, so it's always ready. It's always good.
Yes, the sooner the better, especially if somebody's changing states, just because
logistics
lending can be a little more tricky.
Logistics. Yes, we did learn that. Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
We're honored. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Awesome.
I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.